Hi guys. Okay, so I was like thinking I don't want to do a crime count, but I want to do something else interesting, and I'm surprised nobody has done this, but hey, let's figure out N's height. Now this is only going to be N's height, I'm sorry, but I'm going to figure out the other heights so far and give you an update, but right now I just want to get this out here. So, first we gotta figure out somebody else's height, and gladly, at 4:52 of the season 1 teaser, we get this.
I like how it turned out like just the right amount of barely visible. You would almost certainly not assume it's made up of corpses, but it's something that you could.
Talking about the corpse pile, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this. I'm Uzi. I'm 127 centimeters tall. 127 centimeters. Now, if you want to know, 127 centimeters is 50 inches, and 50 inches is 4'2". Okay? Now, next, I needed a moment of when Uzi and N were standing right next to each other, and I remember the scene from episode 3. So, remember this.
Unhand them, you fiend!
See them standing next to each other? But
I'm confused.
Uzi's moving her head, so it doesn't count. But right here, yeah, there literally no bending, and this is perfect. We see N's feet, Uzi's feet, the floor, and the top of both of them. So I actually did this a while ago. So, I'm gonna show you that, I guess. Alright. Give me a minute. Hello? So, I actually first did something very weird. I measured them in our measurements. So, as you can see here, I did some markings. I marked it with the floor, then Uzi, and then N. Okay. And then I measured it with our actual measurements, and Uzi came out to 3 points, or yeah, that many inches, and then N came out to that many inches. Now I converted them both to a fraction. It's like, okay, that's in centimeters and that's in centimeters. So I did some math, got that, plugged it in for N. And then I got for N 5 feet, 3.934 inches, or basically he's 5'4". I'm happy about that. Now, here's a problem. A community post right before episode 5 released, we got this. An actual way better Uzi height, and she grew 3 inches. She is now 4'5". So now I needed another scene to measure N, but there is something. N is standing, as you can see, this is every 6 marks. It goes up. So, and this is probably the inches. And N right here is past the 0. And is probably at that 3 or a 4. So, hey, my result was pretty darn close. But here's a problem. I was like, okay. So, I measured them in a weird spot, I would say. I measured them like right here, which okay. It was okay. Did this in the notebook this time. Here was the height thingies. And I'm not going to bore you with the math. I came in with his hat. Without his hat. Oh, oops, hold on. There you go. Without his hat, N is 5 feet and 6.25 inches, while with his hat, normal please, 5 feet and 7.81 inches. I rounded B's, basically. But here's the problem. N is not past a 6 here. So, N didn't grow. But there's two things. One, they made an oopsie, or two, N grew at a different time. It's a possibility. So anyways, that means my first calculation was correct. Thank you. I was like, okay. So then I did another one. This was far better. Or was it? Because something happened. And, I'm not too impressed. But I got N to be 5 feet and 11.35 inches. And, here's the paper. And if I put it in, you know, yeah, it's all correct and everything. I did the math correctly. So I'm like, huh. That is very weird. But there you go. N was 5'4". And thank goodness that was basically confirmed. But if you want an idea of N's height now, I would say he's like between 5'9" and 5'10", I would say. No, between 5'8" and 5'9", I would say. Because he's definitely not greater than 5'10", but he's not less than 5'8". So between 5'8" and 5'9". I'm not going to be talking about theories about murder drones. Like, nuh-uh. I did have an idea of doing like a whole like timeline thing, but I was like, nah. Well, thank you guys for watching about N's height, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.